Hello, welcome back to my Fallout New Vegas playthrough. I think this is number 7. Okay, now let's get some real stuff done this episode. The last episode I spent way too much time talking, so let's not do that.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22?
No, this is the first time I've heard about Vault 22.
No, they wouldn't have briefed you, would they? Probably better that our junior fellows stay within the bounds of their pay grade anyway. Vault 22. Where to begin?
I'm listening.
Imagine, if you will, the wasteland
He
in
talks a
bloom.
lot.
Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation.
Woo.
And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible?
Nothing is impossible.
Precisely. Science has proven that truth 1,000 times over. But how many wasteland savages believe it? Present company accepted, of course.
He is so judgy.
The bounty I described to you is no idle fantasy. It exists in primitive form only a few miles from where we stand. We need only reach out and unlock its secret. For that, the OSI needs you.
Scientific discovery is never so simple as that.
Isn't it? One directs one's efforts, or the efforts of others, toward a goal, and progress is made. It's a matter of incentives, nothing more. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated.
All right, I'll do it.
Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
Yeah. Anything else I should know?
I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course.
Tell me more about the OSI.
The Office of Science and Industry. It's a rather expansive topic. I could talk for hours, but I'm sure I'd bore you.
I'm sure you would.
Suffice to say, we are the leading edge of the NCR. Our work focuses on practical matters: medicine, engineering, biology. The dam, for instance. OSI routes its energy supply to our cities in the West. That's only one responsibility of this office.
You said you were the director of the OSI?
Director of the entire OSI? Me? If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to plant seditious ideas in my head. No, I direct our eastern operations. I've been responsible for squeezing unprecedented levels of power from the dam.
Ew.
I'm also confronting the problem of food production in what little spare time I have. But I've found some promising leads.
You're doing all these things yourself?
Yes, with the assistance of my team, of course.
NCR has a food shortage?
Not yet, but our government understands the value of proactive thought. Our studies project an imbalance between production and consumption. Or, for a layman such as yourself, not enough food, too many mouths to feed.
He's such a pompous ass.
Mass starvation in a decade or so.
What other responsibilities does this office have?
We aid some programs the Republic has sponsored involving sharecropper farms in the area. But those haven't panned out too well from what I hear. There have been complaints about the amount of water we're supplying. But those are just excuses for lack of diligence, I'm sure.
Do you control the dam from here?
Directly? No. But we attempt to maximize its output. You have no idea how difficult it is to provide power to an entire nation. I also have high hopes for our Helios 1 facility. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for the 2 scientists who are working there. So far, they've only managed to achieve 1% power output. I'd send help if I could spare the personnel.
What do you think of the NCR's chances against the Legion?
To be frank, I have no idea. I leave the fighting to Colonel Shu, and I expect him to leave the science to me. Too many people have opinions on things they know nothing about. And the more ignorant they are, the more opinions they have.
Bye.
Yes, goodbye.
I hate him so much.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... Did he give you a job?
Yes, he asked me to get some data from Vault 22.
I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault. There were a lot of mercs, one after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keely. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs?
No, Hildern didn't mention anyone else.
But now he's hired you, which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keely, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich, not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc, but I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keely and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead.
All right, I'll look for her.
I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it.
Can you tell me anything else about Keely?
Keely's brilliant, an absolute genius. She plays at being mean, but it's all a front. When you've lived as long as she has, you get defensive around new people. Who wants to make a friend when you know you'll outlive them?
Exactly how old is Keely?
I couldn't get her to say, but she talked about the war. The Great War, when the bombs fell, like she'd been there. So I'm guessing pretty old. 200 years? Maybe more.
How do Keely and Hildern get along?
Like a Brahmin and a Deathclaw, though I'm not sure which would be which. Bad analogy, maybe. They're both Deathclaws in their way. Keely hates Hildern. She says he's more politician than scientist, and gets in the way of true discovery. And Hildern hates Keely because... well, because every time they meet, she makes him look like an ass. In front of important people, usually.
Well, he does a good job of making himself look like an ass. What's your role here?
Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible.
What do you think of Dr. Hildern?
The director? He's very well-spoken and knowledgeable.
Oh man, and I can't ask her. Whatever. Hildern mentioned the followers of the apocalypse.
My father used to say good things about them, but that was years ago. Back when they teach farmers and ranchers about crop rotation and the like. Nowadays, they've changed. They're doing what they can to discredit the NCR. Give us a bad name with the locals.
Well, y'all
Dr.
have
Hildern
changed.
trained with them years ago. Not me, though. I'm an OSI girl.
I hear the food around here is pretty bad.
It's foul, to tell the truth. Most people try to get what they can from the outside, even if it's just a smuggled candy bar now and then. Contreras is a genius. He can find almost anything you'd want. Takes caps to get him motivated, though. He won't do a thing for free.
Bye.
Right. Stay safe.
Even
Oh,
the stupid
okey-dokey.
NCR
Oh.
is investing in new research. We're getting left in the dust.
Well, that was the last
Hey,
thing.
you got a second?
Not now.
Okay. Well, when you do, let me know, all right?
Oh my gosh, we are ready. We are gonna fast track this. So, well, I guess we'll let what's-her-face know that we turned in the... I didn't even deliver it to him. Oh my gosh. I exhausted all of our dialogue options, didn't I?
Yes? Something else you needed?
Yeah. I have an invoice for you.
From Alice. I'll see that she's paid right away. Crimson Caravan runs a tight operation. Even out here in the waste, wouldn't do to keep them waiting. Was there anything else? Or were you just here about the invoice?
Well, now that you mention it, I'm not the first person you've sent to Vault 22, am I?
I never said you were. You've been speaking to Williams, haven't you?
Yes, I have. What difference does it make?
None at all. Informed speculation on my part. Williams is very good at her job, so it remains secure, despite her best efforts.
Whatever.
No, you aren't the first person I've sent to the vault. I'm sorry that I neglected to tell you, but I don't see how it makes any difference.
How many others have you sent to the vault?
I'd have to consult my records. 8? 10? Your point is what?
It doesn't trouble you that you sent 8 or 10 people to their deaths?
I have no evidence that they're dead. 1,000 things could have happened between here and the vault. They could have changed their minds and walked away. I wouldn't be much of a scientist if I
Oh
leapt
my
to
God, you're so
conclusions without
annoying.
proof.
I prefer to know what I'm getting myself into.
You want certainty? You'll never find it, especially not in the pursuit of science. Take my advice. Forget about Williams. She's a talented researcher, but she doesn't understand people, and she can't see the big picture. Now, I know your time is valuable, so I won't waste any more of it. Feel free to show yourself out.
And then he just ends the conversation. What a class act. Let's continue the main quest and see how many companions we can get. At the very least, we're going to drop Veronica off so we can have another companion for the time being. So for the time being, we are going to also ignore all of the free side quests. What's up? Oh. Oh god, okay, I haven't done combat in so long. With a mouse. Oh god, that was pathetic. That was a little bit embarrassing. Oh wow. I'm out of practice, okay? I can't help it. Well, I can't help it with more practice. So we'll just keep doing that. God, it's so weird to just ignore everybody. I've never had Veronica that early and then had her all the things she needed to say that early. And I just want to have her in the presidential suite and the Lucky 38 because it'll just be more convenient that way.
You look new to Freeside, so here's a little advice, friend. Don't go past the Southgate greeter without talking to it first.
Why wouldn't I want to go past the greeter?
Those bots are programmed to vaporize anyone who enters the fenced-in area without authorization from the greeter.
Thanks for the free advice. Who are you?
The name's Old Ben. I've been living in Freeside since the day I was born.
What's your story?
I've done a bit of everything around here. Courier, butcher, crier, escort, gun for hire. Some of which I'm not proud of, but I do my best to help around town when needed.
Courier. I used to be a courier before I got shot in the head.
Exactly one of the reasons I got out of that job. Too many shifty characters looking to have someone else move their hot items.
Butcher. How did you get into that?
My father ran a butcher shop here in town, but business went downhill when another vendor started selling this strange meat at half our prices.
That sounds odd.
You're telling me. Not long after my father's shop went under, and he passed away from the loss, people around town started experiencing shakes. No one gets shakes like that unless they're eating human flesh. But no one would believe me. The sick bastard gradually went insane and passed away. Wasn't long before someone moved into the guy's place and found half-buried human remains in the crawl space. I didn't bother saying "told you so."
Crier. What was that job?
After a while, I made enough money to get a passport into Vegas. Back then, you could get approved for entry for a fraction of what it costs now. Well, I got a job working as a crier outside of the Tops, advertising for the local talent performing at the casino. That didn't last long.
What happened?
Well, being a suave young guy, I chatted up the ladies from time to time, and one of the manager's girls started to take a liking to me. I never touched the woman, but the jealous prick decided it was my time to go. He framed me by saying I'd stolen from the casino. Sure enough, a few grand was missing from the casino vault. I have to assume the bastard stole the funds and figured I was a convenient fall guy.
That's horrible.
Yeah, but what can you do? I was stripped of my casino apartment and all of my belongings and booted back into Freeside. From there, I didn't have a lot of career options, as my rep was destroyed. So the escort job sort of fell into my lap. No pun intended.
You said escort? Like armed guard?
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way, but I was packing a whole different kind of heat. No, escort just sounds better than man-whore.
So you got paid for sex?
Yep. I was damn good at my job, too. But after a while, I just felt like a piece of meat and had to quit.
Okay. Gun for hire?
When I quit the escort job, I had enough money to buy a pistol belt and some other gear. Bodyguards make a good, honest living, and I had the wits and physical build to handle most thugs. After saving a few tourists from trouble, I got a reputation for being a stand-up guy again, and after a decade, managed to save up enough to retire.
Bye.
Yep.
I love old Ben. He's a card.
Submit to a credit check, or present your passport before proceeding to the gate. Trespassers will be shot.
It's only $2,000. I'll submit to the credit check.
Thank you, madam. You may proceed.
And you get to still Keep your caps. Uh-oh. He didn't really try that hard, to be honest with you. He kind of got here and then just stopped. Well, here we are, the Vegas Strip.
Howdy, partner.
And look who's
You come
here.
for a piece, haven't you? Welcome to New Vegas.
Oh my gosh, Securitron Mark 1, I can't believe you're here. What are you doing here?
Consider me your personal welcome wife. Now hear this. The head honcho of New Vegas, Mr. House, is itching to make your acquaintance. Just head for the Lucky 38. It's the big old tower shaped like a roulette spinner.
Alright, I'll go there straight off.
Yeehaw, partner.
Yeehaw.
That's the spirit. He'll be waiting for you.
Alright.
Well, howdy,
There you
partner.
go.
Good
Now
to
you
see
got the
you
right
again.
name.
Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on.
Thank you, Victor.
I see you brought a friend. Sorry, partner, but they're gonna have to stay outside.
Poor Veronica. I have to tell her to wait, I believe.
Aw, just when the stand...
And she followed me. Oh.
Should have brought something to...
Victor automatically had her wait. Sorry about that, Vic.
Where to, partner?
Penthouse. Let's go meet the big man
Penthouse
himself.
floor.
But first, we'll talk to one of his sex robots, Jane.
Well, hello, Sugar. Mr. House is waiting for you in his office.
Who are you?
I'm Jane, one of Mr. House's girls. We keep him entertained. We don't get many guests lately. Perhaps we can entertain you as well.
No, thank you. What can you tell me about New Vegas?
Oh, there's lots of things to tell, I'm sure. There's the three families, the casinos, the other attractions. What would you like to know?
Tell me about the three families.
They're just new money, Sugar. They might pretend they're sophisticated, but between you and me, they're not far off from tribals. Emeritus especially are just awful brutes. The chairman and the White Glove Society at least pretend to have some culture.
Tell me about the casinos.
Well, of course, there used to be a lot more of them. But these days, there are three open to the public. The Tops, the Ultra Lukes, and Gamora. And the Lucky 38, of course. But we're not open to the public. You're a special case, Sugar.
Tell me about the other attractions.
Well, let's see. The NCR has an embassy here. But why you'd want to go talk to a bunch of boring old politicians, I surely don't know.
I don't know
Oh,
either.
and the Vault 21 Hotel and Gift Shop has an adorable collection of old Vault-Tec
Oh, I
memorabilia.
forgot to grab all the suits.
And I
We'll do that
suppose
later.
if you like neon signs, you might check out Michelangelo's sign shop.
What's with the snow globe collection?
Not many people know this,
Even
but
though I haven't
Mr.
even
House
seen it.
is one of the world's biggest collectors of antique snow globes. If you happen to find any out in the wasteland, you can bring them to me, and I'll add them to his collection. You'll get a reward, of course. In fact, one of Mr. House's favorites went missing when we moved the collection. If you have a look around the Lucky 38, you might even find it.
Can you tell me about Mr. House?
Why, Sugar, he's the maximum utmost. If it weren't for Mr. House, we wouldn't have this fabulous wonderland of New Vegas, would we?
Sounds like you're pretty fond of him.
Well, of course I am, silly. Mr. House is just the smartest, most wonderful man there ever was. Why, did you know he single-handedly reclaimed New Vegas from all those nasty tribes that used to live here? Well, he single-handedly sent in his Securitrons to do it, but that counts in my book.
Of course it does. I didn't realize robots could have such strong feelings about people.
Sugar, I may be a robot on the outside, but on the inside, my neurocomputational matrix is an exact copy of Mr. House's favorite girl.
So you're a copy of a dead woman? What exactly do you do for Mr. House?
Mr. House has a lot of needs, Sugar. I take care of all of them, and a lady doesn't kiss and tell.
Okay, I really don't want to think about that.
Then maybe you shouldn't pry into a lady's particulars.
Hmm. What is this place?
This is the Lucky 38 Resort and Casino, or it used to be. Mr. House has kept the place locked up tight for ages now. Nobody comes in or out.
What kind of robots are you?
Why, I'm a Robco PDQ 88B Mark I Securitron, you silly goose.
Silly
We're the
goose.
finest in personal civil robotic security on the market.
Bye. Alright, that was fun.
Welcome
There
to
he
Vegas.
is!
This meeting has been a long time coming, hasn't it? You've come a long ways, literally, and I suspect figuratively as well. I have to ask, now that you've reached your destination, what do you make of what you see?
I think if there were a remake, the strip would look a lot cooler. I've never seen anything like this place.
Of course you haven't. Vegas always was one of a kind. What you see down on the strip is just a fraction of the city's former glory, and yet, more than an echo, I preserved its spirit. Or perhaps you were referring to the Lucky 38? The years haven't been kind to her, but still she manages to impress.
Why the VIP treatment? I'm just a courier.
Oh, don't be coy. You've been playing a high-stakes game ever since Victor dug you out of the ground. Don't be afraid to admit it.
Let's get down to business then.
The business is this. One of my employees has stolen an item of extraordinary value from me, and I want it recovered. Simple enough.
What do you propose?
My only concern is the recovery of the platinum chip. What happens to Benny, I leave to your discretion. When you bring the chip to me, I will pay you 4 times the delivery bonus stipulated in your contract. How's that?
Aw, man. 1,000 caps, I accept your terms.
Well enough. Return to me when you have the platinum chip in your possession. Any final matters for us to discuss?
Yes, I have some questions I want to ask.
What did you wish to know?
How do I get to Benny?
It won't be easy. Benny is always surrounded by at least 4 bodyguards, except when he's in his private suite on the 13th floor of the Tops.
The chairmen are your employees. Don't they take orders?
It's more complicated than that. The chairmen share what you might call a tribal affinity. Look for a man named Swank, Benny's second-in-command. He's always been a reliable, if unimaginative, employee. Do your best to convince him that you're working under my auspices. If you have evidence of Benny's crimes, show it to him.
Why can't you be the one to tell Swank?
By contract, Securitrons are to enter the casinos only when invited by the 3 families, or if other extraordinary circumstances arise. The moment I send one into the Tops, Benny will know I'm on to him.
Say I want to take a diplomatic approach.
If you were to approach Benny in public, you might be able to leverage his fear of exposure to make him agree to meet with you in private.
Any ideas on how I could catch him off guard?
Sneaking into Benny's suite on the 13th floor would be very difficult, but not impossible. There might be guards. Certainly there'd be a sturdy lock on his front door.
Tell me about Benny.
Benny has led the chairman ever since I recruited his tribe 7 years ago. Until his recent misbehavior, I'd planned to make him my protege. Maybe if I'd begun grooming him sooner, none of this would have happened.
What use would you have for a protege?
To achieve my aims, I require a capable human agent to perform certain tasks. I knew Benny was ambitious, even ruthless, but I believed he would do the job so long as he was incentivized appropriately. Obviously, I miscalculated his drive for supremacy, but in any case, you've come along, a more than suitable replacement.
Why did Benny betray you?
I have to think that he found out about the platinum chip and mistaken. One of the problems of a tribal workforce, I'm afraid. No intuitive understanding of how complex technologies can be.
Why didn't you intervene sooner when Benny ambushed me?
Why didn't Victor intervene sooner, you mean? Good Springs is a bit too far away for me to reliably control a Securitron agent by remote. I can send and receive packets of data at best. Victor's combat algorithms determined the proper course of action. Benny and his thugs were more than a match for a lone Securitron. When he alerted me, I instructed him to approach the site after Benny and the others had departed.
What is the platinum chip?
It's a very special item. There's nothing else like it in the entire world. It was lost a long time and difficult to find. That's all you need to know about it for this stage of our enterprise. Fulfill your contract, deliver the chip, and good things will come your way.
I have a right to know more.
That's simply not true. I am the only person to hold any rights pertaining to the chip. I designed it, and I paid for it, dearly. To develop that chip, I spent a sum of US dollars. Not the bottle caps that pass as currency these days, but a sum beyond counting.
Excuse
For
me.
decades, I paid salvagers to comb the ruins for it. And when it was finally discovered, tens of thousands of caps spent to have it brought here. We know how that turned out. Complete your contract, and it will be the last time I pay for the chip. Save your questions for then.
If the chip's so valuable, why use a single courier to transport it?
You realize you were just one of many couriers. The rest of them, dummies, so to speak. Add to that many thousands of caps worth of mercenary protection to screen your avenue of approach. Had I used an armed caravan to transport the chip, I might as well have been announcing to the world, "This is important. Attack this." I didn't want to attract the attention of groups like the Great Khans or the Brotherhood of Steel. Alas, the real threat was closer to home.
Why don't you send your robots into the tops to arrest Benny?
Frontal assaults on casinos? Not good for business. In any case, Benny would see it coming, and all he'd have to do is hold the chip up and point a pistol at it. Our foremost advantage is that Benny doesn't know that I know he has the chip. Let's not squander it.
Frontal assaults are just fine for business if you've ever read the book Frozen. Who exactly are you, Mr. House?
I am Robert Edwin House, President, CEO, and sole proprietor of the New Vegas Strip. I oversaw the city's renovations starting from 2274 onward. The 3 families are my employees. Before the Great War of 2077, I was the founder, president, and CEO of Robco Industries, a vast computer and robotics corporation.
You appear to be a computer, not a man.
Don't let the video screens and computer terminals fool you. I'm flesh and blood, not silicon.
The lifespan you're claiming is impossible, except for ghouls and super mutants.
I see you've made a study of the topic. My knowledge of the science of longevity would fill several textbooks. Perhaps after a decade or 2 of economic reconstruction, I can commercialize these technologies and offer them to others, such as yourself.
How have you stayed alive all this time?
Let's just say it was very costly. But I was willing to make the sacrifices longevity entailed, financial and otherwise.
How did you establish New Vegas?
We can discuss this in greater detail at another time. Suffice it to say that when my Securitrons detected NCR scouts at Hoover Dam, I took action. I recruited a tribal force to supplement my Securitrons and renovated the Strip just in time to welcome the NCR as it marched into the region. Instead of war, a treaty was negotiated, and the money started to pour in.
Tell me about the factions vying for New Vegas.
It's understandable that you'd be curious about this topic, but we'll hold off until the platinum chip has been recovered. What else did you want to know?
Bye.
Well enough. Be on your way.
Well, there's Mr. House.
Congratulations, partner. The boss has instructed me to comp you to the High Roller Suite. You can bring your friends too.
Yay.
Be like a little clubhouse for the gang you put together.
Love that.
Just
for
bear
us.
in mind, you're the only one gets to see the boss. Any friends you got, they can wait in the suite. Enjoy the digs, partner. They're plenty fancy.
Yay! Let's go to the cocktail lounge. because the snow globe that's missing is somewhere in here. There it is. Right behind one of the registers. Alright, let's go back to the casino, grab Veronica,
Aw, just when the standing around. Ooh, got something good.
and then
Where to, partner?
we'll just go up to the presidential suite.
What'd you think of Mr. House? I was surprised he only had the 2 robot sex slaves.
Very true. The second one actually ended up getting cut after the fact, but it's still in Veronica's dialogue.
Why does everyone always say that? Nice! Can I order room service?
And good luck with that. Now she's just gonna wait here.
Where to, partner?
Casino. Okay.
Casino floor.
Who else do we got? There's Cass. There's Lily, who we haven't met yet. There's...
Hey, you
Oh,
there.
geez.
I have a message for you. It's from Ambassador Crocker. Very important. Here you go.
Wahoo!
Please do not stand in the fountain.
There's Boone, Raoul. Who am I forgetting? Boone, Raoul, Rex, Eddie, Cass, Veronica, Lily. Arcade! I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to grab Arcade.
Welcome back.
But we can turn this quest in.
Well, you've proven yourself reliable so far. Would you be interested in more important jobs?
What other work do you have available?
As much as I like to handle matters personally, I can't be everywhere at once. There is a negotiation with a smaller trading outfit that I'd like resolved as quickly as possible. There's also
wonder
the
who
matter
that
of
is.
Henry Jameson, an employee whose services I'd rather do without. His family connections make it difficult, however. And finally, I need someone to acquire the gunrunner's manufacturing specifications. This job needs to be quiet. No alarms, no deaths.
Tell me about the negotiation.
There's a small trading outfit, Cassidy Caravans, that I'm interested in acquiring. They've been rather competitive, so it's time to buy them out. I have it on good authority that the owner, Cass, wants out of the caravan business. Cass frequently trades with the NCR, so you'll likely find her at the Mojave outpost.
Oh, I know. I want to know more about the problem with Henry Jameson.
The Jamesons are very wealthy ranchers back in Redding, California, and significant investors in the Crimson Caravan Company. I was pressured into posting young Henry as the manager of the New Vegas branch. As you can see, he wasn't exactly cut out for the job. He was much more interested in gambling and prostitutes, and because of his family, I can't simply fire him. Henry needs to be convinced to quit, one way or another. I won't have a useless employee on the company payroll.
What's the gunrunner job about?
The quality of the gunrunners' armaments is due to their manufacturing process. They craft all weapons on site. I want to know the secrets of their manufacturing process, which means you'll need to find some way to get inside their heavily guarded factory. I would greatly prefer that you perform this job undetected and without killing anyone, if it can be helped.
I'll see what I can do. All right. Now would be a good opportunity to try the gunrunner job without having a companion if I have a stealth boy. I have 8. I have 8 stealth boys. Okay. We can try the gunrunner job. So I'm gonna save. Wait a little bit. You need to move out of the way. Just standing there picking his nose. Alright, there he goes that way. Okay, do another quick save. Do another hard save. Pop the stealth boy. And very quickly, but quietly, grab what we need to grab. And voila! The gunrunner job is done. Well, let's go back to Cass. Buy her out of her deal. I was worried that the quest marker didn't go away for the gunrunner job. That would have made me upset. And yeah, it's just handed over, so we're good.
You come around like a bad habit. What's on your mind?
Well, Crimson Caravan sent me. They want to buy out your caravan.
They want to buy Cassidy Caravans? Don't they know it's burned to ash? No. Even times being what they are. Not sure I'm looking to sell. Even for all the whiskey in Reno.
Why not?
If someone came up to you and offered you 1,000 caps for your name, would you take it? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to hear your answer anyway. Point is, I made the caravan what it is. It's mine.
I have the offer letter here. The terms are fair.
Alice McLafferty, eh? No, I see the zeros, and I know she's good for them. Still, it's not about the money. Dad'd spin like a twister if he ever heard I sold our name for anything.
Are you sure?
Look, I know you came all this way, and that takes some drive. Especially these days. Just doesn't feel right. Trading history for a slip of paper.
Oh no, our barter's not high enough. Never mind.
You take care now.
Alright, well, gonna have to get a higher barter before we can do that. So I guess let's go back to Boone. I'll have to wait until nighttime. There he is.
No offense, but I need to focus on getting more rest when I'm off duty. I'm not sleeping so good. So now's not a good time. If you want to talk, catch me when I'm on duty. I'm up at the Dinosaur after 9 p.m.
Alright,
Yeah.
fine, Boone. Gotta wait a whole 12 hours.
Hey, you came back. Must be doing something right.
Oh, Cliff, you're such a delight. Alright, Boone.
God damn it. Don't sneak up on me like that. What do you
I
want?
followed you. Expecting visitors?
Yeah, I guess maybe I am. But not like you. Huh. Maybe it should have been you I was expecting all along. Why are you here?
I just wanted to check out the view.
I think you better leave.
Just making friendly conversation.
I don't have friends here.
Well, I'm not from here.
No. No, you're not, are you? Maybe you shouldn't go. Not just yet.
Why is that?
I need someone I can trust. You're a stranger. That's a start.
You only trust strangers?
I said it was a start. This town, nobody looks me straight in the eye anymore.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to find something out for me. I don't know if there's anything to find, but I need someone to try. My wife was taken from our home by Legion slavers one night while I was on watch. They knew when to come and what route to take, and they only took Carla. Someone set it up. I don't know who.
You're trying to track down your wife?
My wife's dead. I want the son of a bitch who sold her.
What do I do if I find this person?
Bring him out in front of the nest here while I'm on duty. I work nights. I'll give you my NCR beret to put on. It'll be our signal so I know you're standing with him. And I'll take care of the rest. I need to do this myself.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. I'll make it worth your while. And one more thing. We shouldn't speak again. Not until it's over. No one in town knows that I know what happened to my wife. Best they never know. Or the Legion will be after me next.
How do you know your wife is dead?
I know, all right. That's all you need to know.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right. And there's the pitch now.
Hey there.
But we need to grab proof first. And the proof is in this safe. Right there. Bill of sale.
I hope you're finding everything to your liking.
What's wrong with Boone?
Nothing that wouldn't be wrong with any man who loses a wife, I suppose. Poor dear. I know he thinks she was kidnapped, but I'm not so sure.
You know
she didn't
exactly
just
what
run
happened
off
to
on
her.
Own. You could tell she was thinking about it ever since they arrived.
What can you tell me about Boone's wife?
How should I put it? I guess you could say she was kinda like a cactus flower. Real pretty to look at, but there was just no getting close to her. She never did take to living here. She liked the big lights and fast living of New Vegas. I got the feeling she was trying to get Boone to leave with her, but I guess she got tired of waiting.
Mm-hmm. Come with me. There's something you should see. In front of the dinosaur.
Okay, if that's what you think.
It is what I think. Look at her little fast walk. I appreciate that. And we'll put on Boone's beret. Let him know that we got the right guy. Cliff would never do anything like this. Disgusting. Yep. And there she goes.
Welcome. Come on in.
That's it then. How did you know?
I found the bill of sale.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It'd be like them to keep paperwork. Here. This is all I can give. I think our dealings are done here.
What will you do after this?
I don't know. I won't be staying, I know that. Don't see much point in anything right now, except hunting legionaries. Maybe I'll wander. Like you.
Come with me. Let's go after the Legion.
You don't want to do that.
I thought snipers worked in teams.
Yeah. Working on your own, you're a lot less effective. I've been there and paid for it. But this isn't gonna end well. Fine. Let's get out of here.
Yay!
How you doing?
Okay, and now we can trade out our cowboy hat for the first recon beret. Speak with Corporal Betsy about getting medical help for her trauma. I don't know how effective we're gonna be at that because our speech isn't very high. 20.
You keep talking to me, Sweetness, and people are gonna think we're an item. Not that I mind.
You should get medical help for your trauma.
The lieutenant's been talking to you, hasn't he? Look, I don't need a head doctor. I'm first recon, damn it. You don't see the others crying about every little bruise and scrape, do you?
Oh, our medicine. Okay. Alright. I think I have a magazine, though, for medicine. Betsy, don't go to sleep yet. Hold on.
Hey, girl. You need something from me?
I need you to get help. Mental trauma can slow you down or distract you, but it's treatable, just like any bullet wound.
Just another injury to take care of, huh? Well, when you put it that way. All right.
Yay.
You can tell the lieutenant I finally caved. There's a Dr. Usanagi who's supposed to be good at this sort of thing. Yeah.
Woo! Alright.
Wish I had a first recon guy looking after me.
There.
What can I do for you?
I convinced Corporal Betsy to get help from Dr. Usanagi.
I wish someone with your medical training had come along sooner. I think she'll actually stick with the treatment because of what you said. I was afraid that Betsy wouldn't go for long-term treatment because she didn't want to look bad in front of the rest of the squad. You settled that. Do me a favor and let Usanagi know Corporal Betsy is coming. I'd like to make sure the medical clinic has time for her.
Absolutely.
Carry on.
What time is it? Everybody's still milling around. Oh, oopsies. Don't you go to bed at all?
Hello.
Welcome to the New Vegas Medical Clinic. I'm a fully qualified physician and can fix whatever is wrong with you for a reasonable fee. If you've got the caps, I've also got several implants available to enhance your physical attributes.
Corporal Betsy from First Recon will be coming to you for mental treatment. Oops, I clicked. Thanks, though, Dr. Usanagi. What kind of implants do you have available,
I have several basic implants available that can enhance your physical abilities. Make you faster, smarter, stronger, that sort of thing.
That sounds
I've
fantastic.
also got two much more expensive implants. One's a subdermal implant that will make you more resistant to damage. The other implant induces a mild regenerative effect. Your wounds will practically heal before your eyes. One other thing I forgot to mention. The healthier you are, the more implants I'll be able to give you. Now, what surgery are you considering?
Okay. I want to see if I have enough Oh, the barter, of course, and medicine. We'll pick Black Widow to help us with talking to male dudes. Because we have Cherchez la Femme, which helps with women. So now we got the one for men. So if we get an implant, oh my god, our luck is just abysmal. But intelligence, there's no bobbleheads in this game. I don't think. So we could up our intelligence. The more skill points you'll be able to distribute when you level up. That's pretty nice. Maybe I'll cheat and up my charisma.
You're back. The empathy synthesizer will allow you to more easily pick up on subtle emotions and body language. The price is 4,000 caps.
Oh, do I even have enough?
Have a seat in the auto dock.
I think I probably have 0 caps now, but yay. Now we have 9 charisma. 22. I don't think that's gonna make any difference really, but you know, whatever. Ooh, we can kill Violet now. Not that we couldn't before, but that's what we're gonna do now. Okay, she's way over here. I don't know where the best place to be. Oh, we found the El Rey Motel. Thank God. Who are you?
Howdy.
Chem addict. Love that for you. Which chem?
Hey there.
I like your knife.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more game.
Oh, there's bad guys.
All mine.
Did I do that? No. Oh my god. Well, I may have. It doesn't show you damage the way that it does in Fallout 4, so it's hard to tell. I wish I could know if I'm hitting them and just exactly how much damage I'm doing. Haha! Well, I know I got that one. God, my sneak skill must be abysmal.
You're mine.
Okay. That's great, Boone. Just take all the kills. Just like Veronica.
All mine.
Ah! Oh. Not even going for me. Of course not. Oh. That was Driver Nefai. Oh my god. Ugh. Well, at least he wasn't headshotted. Well, that's two of, or, well, it will be two of them once Violet is killed, but yay. I wish I remembered where Cook was. Violet is just over here. Oop. Please don't shoot her head. There you are. Yay! And her head is fine. Not anymore. I am going to die. I'll just have some Sunset Sarsap. Sunset Sarsaparilla.
Can't run from me.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll pretend that I helped. She has a lot of drugs. And ammo. Love that. Thanks, Violet. Ugh, I can't remember how to grab things. Is it G? Is it Z? It's Z for me. I didn't even know there was Nuka-Cola quartz at all in this game. Oh my gosh, I think Cook is over here. Is that his... Haha! So now he should be frenzied. Yes. Haha! We're gonna get all of them done in one go.
Eat this.
Boone, calm down. Oh my god. Damn. I cannot jump. Oh my god, this is taking forever. Just do me a favor and die. Thank you. Is your head? Okay, good. Thank you. I'm sorry you had to die, Queenie. That made the battle a whole lot easier. And now we can turn in all 3 bounties.
I see you're still alive, and that's promising. Any luck on that bounty?
I want to claim a bounty.
That right. You killed one of the psychopaths on my shit list. Let me see the scumbag's head. God damn it. That's Violet, all right. You made me one happy son of a bitch, you know that?
You're welcome.
This is the bounty I put on her head. It's yours. Think you can take down another one of these scumbags? Up to you.
Yeah.
But I can trust you to do the job, and I'd hate to see you walk away.
Actually, I have another head here.
You killed another one. Let me have a look at the head. Well, well, well. Driver Nefai. Nothing to say, you son of a bitch? No tips on my golf swing?
Oh, Daughtry.
Lost a lot of good men to this psychopath. Morale's gonna be better now that he's gone. Here's the bounty I promised. I guess we can send first recon down to Camp Forlorn Hope. They need all the help they can get there.
Okay, that's what
That's
it'll be
2
now.
psychopaths dead. If you can bring down the 3rd, there's a bonus in it for you.
Already done. Here's the head.
If that's true, that'd be the last of them. Yeah, that's Cook. Ugh, did he always smell like this, even before he was dead? And the fiends let this guy touch their food? Well, this is payback for at least one of my troopers.
Yay.
She'll be glad to know he's dead. Here's your caps.
Thank you, Dashi.
You've been one hell of a stroke of good luck, you know that? Those 3 scumbags probably killed 20 NCR troopers.
We're almost ready to level
bring
up
them
again.
down alone. Wish I had a
Well,
few grunts as
not
good as
alone.
you. Damn good working with you.
I am accepted by the NCR! Yay! Go find Keely. I have to exit here first. Vault 22 is way over there. On our way to Vault 22, and we have discovered the Sunset Sarsaparilla factory. Well, headquarters.
Can't run from me. Can't run from me. Come on!
Oh, and leveled up again. I wasn't done looting up the guns.
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now
thanks.
we'd like to do one for you. There's an NCR emergency 2-way radio. You call, and we'll come running. You're not alone out here. The NCR has your back. Stay safe and good hunting.
Thanks, rando. Oh no.
Spotted.
Oh no. Why are the percentages so low? Okay, grenades? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. And now, an anti-venom and some more Sunset Sarsaparillas. Was that it? Hopefully. Nope. That was not it. Okay, if we do the wings, we'll make it easier. Of course, he still got me. How's my health? We are definitely discovering this place now. Oh, thank God.
Eat this.
Oh, there's another one? Oh, no. That one's got his wings crippled already. Oh, fudge! Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the poison. Ah, that's okay. No, it's not, because the game crashed. Well, I guess I'll end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. Join me for the next one when we try again to finish up the Cazador battle. Bye, guys.